Samsung just announced the new Samsung Galaxy A34 5G and the A54 5G, and here's everything you need to know.
If you don't need all the bells and whistles of the Galaxy S23 series, then the new A series is one to consider. For 2023, we have the new A34 5G and the A54 5G, both looking very similar, with the obvious at-glance difference being on the front with the notch design. The A34 5G has a U-cut notch design and the A54 5G with an O-cut notch design. Other than that, they both have the power buttons and volume rockers on the same side. You have the USB-C ports on the bottom, and up top, the SIM card tray and the microphone. Look closer and you have a slightly larger display on the A34 5G at 6.6 inch compared to the A54's 6.4 inch display. But they both have the same flat Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display that will offer you 120Hz refresh. The display is also 25% brighter than last year's, going up to 1000 nits peak brightness with Samsung's Vision Boost tech for direct sunlight use. In the display settings, it's interesting to see the A54 showing adaptive refresh, whilst the other one shows high refresh, but we'll find out more when we get them in for review and see why that's different. That aside, the design is very familiar and similar. You even get the same triple camera design on the back. Speaking of design, the front and back of the A54 has Corning Gorilla Glass 5, whilst the A34 comes with a glass-tip back. Colour options are aplenty too, with the lime green one probably looking to be my favourite one. So, more specs for you. The rear camera on the A34 5G has an 8MP f2.2 ultra-wide angle camera, a 48MP f1.8 aperture main camera with OIS, and a 5MP macro at f2.4, and on the front a 13MP f2.2 camera. For the A54 5G, we have a 12MP f2.2 ultra-wide angle camera, a 50MP f1.8 main with OIS, a 5MP f2.4 macro sensor, and a 32MP f2.2 front-facing shooter. The A54 5G sees an upgrade in pixel size with 56% wider pixels, improved performance in OIS, and image sensor size is bigger too. Both devices have something called Auto Night, which basically transitions into night mode when shooting, so it works by automatically measuring the light around the subject or the object and then adjusts accordingly. Going into the camera user interface, things look similar and familiar here again. You get the option to shoot at different focal lengths, and when it comes to video, you can shoot up to UHD videos at various frame rate options. One thing that they both have here as well is something new called Fun Mode. This allows you to add Snapchat filters in Camera app, meaning when you post it directly into Snapchat, you don't lose that quality, and we all know how it is with Android devices. For biometrics and security, we have the same features on both, namely on screen fingerprint reader and face unlock. And for durability, they're both IP67 water resistant. When it comes to processing power, storage, battery and charging speed, both are rocking 5000 mAh battery with 25 watts fast charging. The A34 5G gives you an option between 6 or 8GB of RAM, whilst the A54 5G only comes in 8GB option. Both devices have the option to choose between 128GB or 256GB of internal storage, but they can both be expanded by up to a terabyte using a microSD card. You are looking at LPDDR4X for the RAM and UFS 3.1 for the internal storage for fast read and write speeds. For processing power, the A34 5G is powered by the new 6nm MediaTek Dimensity 1080, while the A54 5G is using Samsung's 5nm Exynos 1380 chipset. For connectivity, as the name suggests, they are both 5G, but the A54 has Wi-Fi 6. The MediaTek variant sees a 17% increase in CPU performance and 14% increase in GPU performance, whilst the Exynos A54 5G version sees a 20% increase and 26% increase respectively when compared to its predecessors. Regardless of which one you decide to pick, they both seem very smooth and balanced. Playing Call of Duty on them seems very capable too. All in all, I love their vibrant displays, love how they feel in hand, very nice and curved on the corner of the edges, feels comfortable in hand, and they come in at very affordable prices. The A34 5G comes in at £399 in the UK for the 256GB version and £349 for the 128GB storage variant. The A54 5G comes in at £100 more respectively. Which one would you pick and which colour would you go for? Let us know in the comments below.
So that's everything for the A34 5G and the A54 5G. If you have any questions, drop them below, but if this is your first time around here, please do subscribe, smash the bell notification, and we'll see you guys in the next one.